Learners, greetings. So in the previous classes, we have studied two measures of variability. First, I have talked about range, how to calculate range, and then another measure of variability which was discussed yesterday, and that was quartile deviation. Now we are going to talk about the third measure of variability, which is known as mean deviation or average deviation. So it is known as average deviation also, and accordingly somewhere it is abbreviated as AD or it is abbreviated as MD. So what is mean or average deviation, how we will calculate, and the result which we will get, how we will infer. In fact, all these things I am going to present one by one. So first of all, let me define what is average deviation or mean deviation. If you see the first point on the slide, it says average deviation or mean deviation tells us how far each term is from the center point of the data set. Simply, the data set that has been given to us, it will have some center point in terms of mean or in terms of average. So, mean deviation or average deviation tells how far each term in the data is away from the center point or from the mean. So, coming to the second point, the mean or average deviation is defined as the mean of the deviations of all the separate scores in a series taken from their mean. So we see the data set, we calculate the mean, then we see how every term, every number is away from the mean, that is we subtract mean from every number, then we find the sum and divide it by the total number. So by that way we get the average deviation or the mean deviation. And one thing that is very important in calculating average deviation or mean deviation is that we don't take sign, I mean plus sign or minus sign. Every term that comes out to be after subtracting mean from that, we take only the modulus value, mod value, absolute value, and we don't take signs. And it has been clarified in the fourth point. So how many observations we have? Simply, first observation, suppose we have n observation. So first observation, second observation, n minus 1th observation, and nth observation. So first what you will do, you will find mean. So x bar is what? Mean. So for the first one you will calculate the difference, and how you will calculate the difference? You will subtract mean from that score, and this mod value, this is known as modulus or absolute value. So absolute value simply means we are not going to bother about the sign. So for the first one we will calculate, for the second one we will calculate, similarly third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, n minus 1th one and nth one. So we will calculate the deviation, and finally we will sum all the deviation and divide it by the number of observations or number of the terms that is there in the data set. So if you talk about average or mean deviation, definitely we will calculate from ungrouped data, as well as sometimes we are required to calculate from group data. So how to calculate average or mean deviation from group data, that we will be talking later on. At this juncture of time, we are more interested in knowing how to calculate average deviation or mean deviation from the ungrouped data. So how to do? Let's see the formula. Formula is this one. Already I have explained. First you find out the mean, subtract the mean from every individual number and take the mod value, that is forget about the sign, just take the difference, sum all the differences and divide it by the total number of terms that is there in that data set, and it has been explained through this formula. So AD in this formula is the arithmetic deviation average deviation or mean deviation which you are going to compute. N, total number of scores, terms, numbers in a given data set. Capital M, of course, stands for the mean, and small s, x are the separate scores which are there in that data set. How to do it? What are the steps? Very simple. First of all, compute the mean, then deviation of each observation from the mean by subtracting mean from that particular observation. Take the absolute value, modulus value, and then take the mean of all those differences by summing all the differences divided by the total number of observations which are there in that data set. So, let's take an example and see how to do it. So, example 1, that is before you. It's a very simple case. So, how many numbers are there? Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, 9 terms are there in this data set and all the terms are same, that is 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Now, we are required to calculate the average deviation or the mean deviation of this data set. So, first step, calculate mean. So, how you will calculate mean? Already you have been explained about it. Find the sum of all the numbers and divide it by the total number. So, 5 plus 5 10 plus 5 15 plus 5 20 plus 5 25 plus 5 30 plus 5 35 plus 5 40 and plus 5 45. So do it once more. 5 plus 5, that is 10, plus 5 15, plus 5 20, plus 5 25, plus 5 30, plus 5 35, plus 5 40, plus 5 45. So, sum has come to be 45 divided by, how many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, 45 divided by 9, that is 5. So, mean here comes out to be 5. So, this is the first step. The first step, you have calculated the mean. Second step, what you will do? You will find the deviation from mean of every term or every number, every digit that is there in the data. So, first one is 5. So, 5 minus 5, 0. Then 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 5 minus 5, 0. 5 minus 5, 0. 5 minus 5, 0. 5 minus 5, 0. And finally 5 minus 5 is equal to 0. So, this is a very unique case where the numbers which are there in the data set and the mean is same. That's why in every case we are getting the value 0. So, now average deviation or mean deviation will be equal to the sum of all these deviations divided by 9. So, 0 plus 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 0 divided by 0. So, 0 divided by 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 divided by 9. So, finally 0 by 9. So, finally you are getting a 0. So, average deviation or mean deviation in this case comes out to be 0. This is a very unique case and you should understand why average deviation or mean deviation is coming to be 0, because your data is homogeneous. There is no heterogeneity in the data. All the numbers are same. That's why the average deviation or mean deviation is coming out to be 0. But don't think this will be the case everywhere. I mean, it was a very unique case. That's why it has been presented before you people. Now, let's come to the second example and more elaborately see how we calculate the average deviation or mean deviation. So, example has been presented before you. See how many numbers are there. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11 numbers are there, and numbers I am repeating: 7, 8, 5, 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 7, 6 and 6. You are required to calculate the mean deviation or average deviation of this data. So what we will do? First step, calculate mean. So how you will calculate mean? You will find the sum of all the numbers and divide it by 11. Why? Because in this data set 11 numbers are there. So find the sum. So 7 plus 8 15 plus 5 20 plus 4 24 plus 3 27 plus 3 30 plus 3 33 plus 3 36 plus 7 43 43 plus 6 49 and 49 and 6 55. So the sum of all the 11 numbers come out to be 55. So if you divide 55 by 11, definitely you will get mean as 5. So it's simply matter of chance that in the previous example we got mean 5 and here also we have got mean as 5. Now in the second step, what you are going to do? You are going to find the deviation from every number, from every term. So how you will do? You will subtract mean from every individual number and you will write that deviation. So for the first case, 7 minus 5 is equal to 2. Second case, 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. Third case, 5 minus 5 is equal to 0. Fourth case, 4 minus 5 is equal to minus 1. Then next case, 3 minus 5 is equal to minus 2. Then again we have 3 minus 5 is equal to minus 2. 3 minus 5 is equal to minus 2. Again 3 minus 5 is equal to minus 2. Then 7 minus 5, that is 2. 6 minus 5, that is 1. 6 minus 5, that is 1. So this was the second step. So the first step is to calculate the mean. Second step is to calculate the deviation of every data from the mean. Third step, find the sum and divide it by total number, and that will be your AD or MD. So first case, 2 plus 3 plus 0 plus 1. Now remember here the net result, the net deviation that has come is minus 1, but in the beginning I have mentioned that you are not going to take the sign, rather you will take the absolute value or the modulus value. So though it is minus 1, but in order to calculate average deviation or mean deviation, we will take its sign as 1. So similarly next one, it is minus 2 but we will take 2. Again it is minus 2 but we will take 2. Again it is minus 2 but we will take 2. Again it is minus 2 but we will take 2. Then plus 2, then plus 1, then plus 1. Now see, there were 11 numbers, so 11 deviation should be there. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. Now find the sum. So 2 and 3, 5 and 1, 6. 6 plus 2, 8, 8 plus 2, 10, 10 plus 2, 12, 12 plus 2, that is 14, 14 plus 2, that is 16, and 16 plus 1, 17, and 17 plus 1, that is 18. So 18 divided by 11. Once more check whether you have got the sum rightly. So 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 1, 6, 6 plus 2, 8, 8 plus 2, 10, 10 plus 2, 12, 12 plus 2, 14, 14 plus 2, 16, plus 1, 17 and plus 1, 18. So 18 divided by 11, the moment you will do the calculation, you will find that it is 1.63. So finally, the average deviation or the mean deviation is calculated as 1.63. So, what does it mean? It simply means that on average, every number in this particular data set is 1.63 units away from the mean, either positive side or negative side. So, this is how we calculate the average deviation or the mean deviation. Let's take another example. Things will be more clear. So, see how many numbers are given. So, you will find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So, 12 numbers are there. You are required to calculate average deviation or mean deviation. So remember what you have to do. First of all, you have to find out the mean. And how you will find out the mean? You will find the sum of all the numbers and divide it by the total number, that is 12. You will get the mean. In the next step, you will calculate the deviation. How you will calculate the deviation? You will subtract the mean from every number and then you will find the sum irrespective of the algebraic sign. Whether it is plus or minus, you will not bother about it, just you will find the sum of all the deviations and divide it by 12. So, you will get the average deviation or the mean deviation. So, let us do it. First of all, first step, find mean. So, find the sum. The moment you will find the sum, you will get it 360. Divide 360 by 12. So, finally, you will get mean as 30. So, remember what I have said. You are going to calculate first the mean. And how you are going to calculate the mean? There are 12 numbers. So, find the sum of all the 12 numbers and divide it by 12. So, the moment you are going to calculate the sum, you will find it is 360. So, divide 360 by 12. So, finally, you are getting the mean as 30. In the second step, calculate the deviation. So, first number is 12. You will subtract 30 from 12. You will get minus 18. Then minus 15. Then minus 10. Then minus 5. Then minus 4. And then 0. Why? Because the number is 30 and the mean is also 30, so it will be 0. Then comes 33, so you will get 3. Then comes 28, so you will get minus 2. Then comes 37, so it is 7. And then comes 40, so it will be 10. Then comes 45, so it will be 15. Then comes 49, so it will be 19. Now see, total numbers were 12. So, total deviation should also be 12. So, let me count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So, 12 numbers were there. So, we have got 12 deviations also. In the second step, we have calculated the deviation. In the third step, we will write the formula AD or MD is equal to the sum of all the deviations divided by 12. So, though the first deviation is minus 18, but remember I have said that we are not going to take the algebraic sign, rather we will take the absolute value or modulus value. So, it will be 18 plus 15 plus 10 plus 5 plus 4 plus 0 plus 3 plus 2 plus 7 plus 10, 10 plus 15 and plus 19 divided by 12. Now, you find the sum. So, what the sum comes out to be? 18 and 15, 33, 33 and 10, 43, 43 and 5, 48, 48 and 4, 52, 52 plus 3, 55, 55 plus 2, 57, 57 plus 7, 64, 64 plus 10, 74 and of course 74 plus 15 will be 89 and 89 plus 19 will be 108. So 108 divided by 12. So finally it comes out to be 9. So the value of average deviation or mean deviation has come out to be 9. And what does it say? It say that on average, every particular number or digit in this data set is 9 unit away from the mean, either on positive side or on negative side. So I'm quite sure that after doing these three examples, now you are comfortable in finding out the mean deviation or average deviation. So let's take one more example. Question has been written for you. Find the mean deviation from the mean for the following data, and the numbers are 2, 12, 20, 28, 31 and 57. You are required to find out the average deviation or mean deviation. So the first step, calculate the mean. So how you will calculate the mean? You will find the sum and divide it by, see how many numbers are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the moment you are going to find the sum. So 12 plus 2, 14, 14 and plus 20, that is 34, 34 and plus 28, 62, 62 and 31 is 93 and 93 and then 7, 57, so it is 150. So 150 divided by 6, so finally the mean which you are getting is 25. Now in the next step, calculate the deviation. So 2 minus 25 minus 23, 12 minus 25 that is minus 13, 20 minus 25 that is minus 5, 28 minus 25 that is 3, 31 minus 25 6 and 57 and minus 25, so it will be 32. Now find the sum. In the third step, find the sum and divide it by 6. So 23 plus 13 plus 5 plus 3 plus 6 plus 32 divided by 6. So find the sum. 3 and 3 6, 5 11, 11 and 3 14, 14 and 6 20, 20 plus 2 22, 2 carry 2 2 4, 4 1 5, 5 and 3 8. So 82 divided by 6. So finally it comes to be 13.66. So your average deviation or mean deviation in this example has come out to be 13.66, and it shows that on average every individual number given in this data set is 13.66 unit away from the mean. So let's come to another example. Again, it's very interesting one. It is the first example which is in decimal. So deliberately I have kept it for you so that you may feel easy in this type of situation where numbers have been given in decimals. So 5 numbers are there: 3.5, 5.5, 6.5, 8.5 and 11.5. 5 numbers are there. You have to calculate the average deviation or the mean deviation. So in the first step, what you will do, find out the mean and divide. So for calculating mean, you will find the sum of all these numbers and divide it by 5. So see what the sum comes out to be. So 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 5 times, so 25. 2 carry 3 and 2 5, 5 5 10, 10 plus 6 16, 16 and 8 24 and 24 and 11 is 35. So 35.5 comes out to be the sum. It has to be divided by 5. So finally the mean will come out to be 7.1. In the next step, you calculate the deviation. So subtract 7.1 from 3.5, you will get minus 3.6. Subtract 7.1 from 5.5, so you will get minus 1.6. Similarly here you will get minus 0.6. Here you will get 1.4 and here you will get 4.4. Now in the third step, AD or MD is equal to the sum of all these values divided by 5. So 3.6 plus 1.6 plus 0.6 plus 1.4 plus 4.4 divided by 5. So calculate 6 and 6 12 and 6 18, 18 and 4 22, 24 and 6 plus 6 12, 12 and 6 18, 18 and 4 22, 22 and 4 26, 6 2 carry 3 2 5, 5 1 6, 6 1 7 and 7 and 4 11. So 11.6 divided by 5. So if you will do the calculation, you will find 5 2s are 10 and 5 3s are, so it is like this, 2.32. Check once more whether you have done it rightly or not. So 6 plus 6 12, 12 and 6 18, 18 and 4 22, 22 and 4 26, 2 carry 3 2 5, 5 1 6, 6 1 7, 7 and 4 11. So 11.6 divided by 5. So finally it comes out to be 2.32. Divide 11.6 by 5. So you will get 2.32. So 2.32 has been found to be the average deviation or mean deviation for this particular data. Now let's proceed and let's come to the last example. Again, it's a very interesting example, and in the question it is instructed that find the mean deviation for the first 10 natural numbers. So what are 10 natural numbers? First 10 natural numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you have to find out the mean deviation of these 10 natural numbers. So what you will do? In the first step, calculate the mean. So find the sum and divide it by 10. So what you will get? 2 plus 1 3, 3 3 6, 6 4 10, 10 5 15, 15 6 21, 21 and 7 28, 28 and 8 36, 36 and 9 45 and plus 10 55. So 55 divided by 10, so that is 5.5. So mean has come out to be 5.5. Now in the next step we are going to calculate the deviation. So 1 minus 5.5 minus 4.5 minus 3.5 minus 2.5 minus 1.5, then minus 0.5, then 0.5, then 1.5, then 2.5, then 3.5 and finally 4.5. So for every number you have calculated the deviation. Now in the third step, use the formula AD or MD is equal to, just find the sum and divide it by 10. So find the sum: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 5 tens are 50, 0, carry 5. 5 plus 4, 9, 9, 3, 12, 12 and 2, 14, 14 and 1, 15, 15 and 1, 16, 16 to 18, 18, 3, 21 and 21 and 4. So that is 25. So the sum has come out to be 25, and the moment you will divide 25 by 10, you will get 2.5. So finally the average deviation or mean deviation for the first 10 natural number has come out to be 2.5. I think these examples are enough. You will find plenty of such examples. So enjoy these examples, take these examples, take these problems and calculate average deviation or mean deviation. You will find it very interesting. You might repeat my examples also, but if you are getting the examples from somewhere else or from some other learning sources, definitely you can go ahead, you can do, you will find it very enjoyable. Now in the last part of my lecture, let me summarize the advantages and disadvantages of average deviation or mean deviation. As the first point on the slide says, the beauty of average deviation or mean deviation is that it does not ignore any individual number, any individual term in the data set. Rather, it utilizes all the observations. This is first advantage. It is easy to understand and calculate. This is the second advantage. It's not much affected by extreme value. Why? Because from every individual number we subtract the mean, so it is by and large not affected by the extreme values. But simultaneously it has some disadvantages also, and the first such disadvantage is that we don't take the negative sign. I mean, we ignore negative sign and we just make that deviation which comes out to be negative, we just make it positive. So this is one of the disadvantages. It is not amendable to algebraic treatment, of course, because we don't take the algebraic sign. I mean, we ignore the algebraic sign and we take only the positive value or the modulus value. And definitely it cannot be calculated for the open-end classes. But despite of these disadvantages, in fact, average deviation or mean deviation is very much relevant in so many cases. So if you further want to know something more, I have mentioned these books. You will find the two books, first and second book that has been mentioned on the slide, very interesting. Plenty of problems are there in these books. So, if you want to know something more about average deviation or mean deviation, definitely you can go through these books. Another source I have recommended here is E-Gyan Kosh. Again, this whole learning material is very good. So you open it, you will find very interesting things in this, and I'm quite sure it will be enjoyable for you. So for today, it's enough. Thank you very much for listening to me. I will come with some next topic on the next day. Have a great day.